Hey guys, I'm back again. Um, so, add some more electrical stuff. Um, I am going to be putting in a light switch, double light switch, and show you what kind of switch it is. So, we're going to replace this light switch right here. Not that it doesn't work, it's just that they want a new one put in, and it is going to be for that light fixture that I hooked up, and I already tested it. I know it works and everything, so we're gonna put a new switch in for it. So, got another, here, let me put this down so you guys can see what's going on here. See if I can get you in a good position. 1 second here, get myself situated. So, perfect. All right. So again, if you remember from my last video when I did electrical work, you want this guy right here. This is an electrical tester. I just turned it off. That's why I double beeped like that. Again, you can get these testers from Home Depot. Pretty simple, pretty basic. It's very easy to use. So this is the new light fixture. And again, before I get started, I'm not a professional electrician. I do simple stuff with electric. But if you use my videos and you want to try to install your own light fixtures, make sure you're comfortable. And if you're not, I would definitely hire a professional electrician if you're not too sure about what you're doing. So you don't start a fire or cause injuries to yourself. But the installing these are pretty easy. Just my motto is, what you take off, you put back on in the same place. And usually your receptacles and your light switches are pretty basic. Again, you got your ground, you're going to have your positive and negative. So yeah. So basic tools, what I use, I got my wire snips, and I love this tool here. It's a multi-tool. You can use it to crimp butt connectors, any type of connector, wire connector. It has a wire stripper, it has a cutter in there. So yeah, this guy here, man, comes in handy. I don't know what I would do without it if I didn't have it. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up this light fixture, and let me see if I can kind of move this over so you guys can see what I'm doing here. It's not really the best angle. Oops, I dropped you. Alright, so you can kind of see the light fixture. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. So again, you can kind of see the light fixture that I'm going to replace. Get you going here. There. I don't know how much of a good angle that is, but hopefully I can do this without knocking the phone over. So I'm going to open this up. And the reason why is because I want to test for power. And I got it off, got the cover off. I need to unscrew the fixture from the box. And again, this is live, so it does have power going to it, so you need to be really, really, really careful. I mean, I can't stress how careful you need to be, but again, if you're not comfortable doing this, definitely hire a professional electrician if need to. Even as basic as changing a light switch, because you can cause some serious harm to yourself or God forbid burn your house down, and I would hate to see that happen. So yeah, I wouldn't encourage you doing it if you're not too sure about it. So what I'm doing, I'm unscrewing the old fixture from the wall, and as you see, I pulled it out. I'm going to take my tester and I'm going to test for power. Right now there should be no power because the switch is not, oh yep, we got it. So we know that's live. We know that has power. So now I need to kill the power. So I'm going to throw all the switches, because again, this box is not labeled, so I'm not too sure what switch goes to which. So I'd just rather shut them all off and be safe that way. And then I don't have to worry about it. Just move this back a little bit so I have some room to work. Alright, so let me bring you guys over here. You can kind of see what's going on here. So this is the light switch. As you see, you got your positive and your negative. This is your ground. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. This is your ground, your green. Green is always ground. This is a double light switch, so you got two leads. And in this case, the blacks are the leads. Your power wire is going to be this red wire here. And that gives power to whatever the switches are turning on and off. So you got two leads coming into it with one power wire. That's a double light switch. So, alright, let me switch this back. Okay, so now, and like I say again, it's real simple. Whatever you take off, you put back on. Your new light switch, just like I showed you with the light fixture with the bracket, it has a green screw. You know your ground goes there. So what I need to do, because the ground wire is soldered onto this light fixture, let me see if I can turn you so you guys can see what's going on. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it off. So I cut that. Use my tool here. And right here, you can see that this tool, and you can also find this tool at Home Depot, it has different sizes. Those different sizes mean different gauges of wire. So I am going to find the right gauge, because you don't want to cut, you only want to cut the jacket. You don't want to cut the wire itself. And all I'm doing is I'm stripping some of the jacket away from the wire so I have some bare wire to work with. So take that like that and pull it. And you try to determine how much bare wire you're going to need. I'll show you what I did here. And as you can see, I stripped some of the jacket off the wire, so I got some bare wire to work with. Alright. And I am going to put that, gotta move some wire around here, so I can bring that wire to the bottom, because it's not going to be on top anymore, it's going to be on the bottom. And I'm going to loop this wire. And I use this tool also for that as well, the tip of it. So I grab the wire at the very end and I just turn it and make a loop, just so I can hook it into the screw and tighten it down. and I'll show you after I get it in what it looks like.
Summer is open, and Lowe's is home for the 4th of July. We're making backyards everywhere the best place to be this holiday.
Strip some more of this jacket off. I got enough wire here where I can go back a little bit further if need be. Oh, keep dropping my phone, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna set it like that. There. Perfect. All right. Okay. Use my tool again. Make my loop. Put this around the screw. Tighten that down. Okay. Now I'll show you what it looks like once you get it in place. So as you see, I got the wire fastened in the screw, and that's where your ground goes. Like I told you before in the other video, green jacket means ground, green screw means ground. So very self-explanatory, you can't mess that up. Alright, let's get this back in place. Okay, so now we're going to hook up the other wires. And again, your double switches have 2 leads, 1 power wire. Alright, just check in. Alright. The ground faces the bottom. So because you have 2 switches, they're sideways instead of up and down. On will always be to the left. Off will always be to the right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hook the left side lead up first. Now the left side lead is on the bottom screw, so that's where I'm going to put it back, on the bottom screw, on the new light switch. So unscrew that. It's a heavier gauge wire, so you kind of got to manhandle it a little bit. Not too much, but it's a little tougher than the ground. One of the things that I worry about with these wires is that I don't like too much coming off, because if they ever touch, well, you know what happens next, and we don't want that. So I try to cut enough that I need to put around the contact screw and use it, much of it up as I possibly can, so none of it's really exposed too much. Then I take my tool again, crimp that shut. So now I got the wire completely wrapped around the screw, and I'll tighten that down. Okay, I'll show you where that went. So you see my lead wire is on this down here, and the reason I put it down here because that tells me, because where it was hooked at on the old switch, it's for this one. So I'm not sure what this turns on yet. I think it turns on this hallway light, which I'm going to have to check and see if that works, because I haven't seen it come on yet, and I think it doesn't have any power, or the fixture is messed up. So I have to do a process of elimination. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this switch is for that hallway light. The top is going to be for the outside light, which is outside. And I know that works because when I hooked the outside light up, that's the switch I flipped, and that turned it on. So we're gonna go ahead and finish hooking this up, but you get the general idea of what goes where. So I'm just gonna finish it, and then I'll show you all of them hooked up so you can see. Okay, again, I got a lot. Now this power wire, definitely don't want too much of it exposed, because if this hits anything, yeah, you're gonna have problems. Because that's always hot. So I'll crimp it. And in this case, because I have so much access of it, I'm going to cut it back a little bit. There. Now I don't have any fear of it hitting anything that it shouldn't hit and causing a short or a fire. Tighten that down. Okay. Pull that off. So there's the old switch, and it's gone. Hook up this last wire, and then we'll see where we're at. This is probably about as far as I'll go doing electric in a house. When it comes to the panel, I'm definitely calling an electrician. I'm not messing with the panel. I've been doing some research on how to put in a sub panel, but you know, it's just one of those things that you really want to be smart about, and you don't want to do anything stupid. And if you don't have enough experience with it, it's best not to attempt it until you get more knowledge of it. And pretty much, if you're licensed, and, you know, I think a licensed electrician should be the one to mess with those panels and start doing that kind of stuff. Because yeah, definitely got to be careful. And cut the access off. So I am going to go get a light bulb, and we're going to make sure this switch works. Be right back. All right, so got a light bulb. It's the bulb I've been using to test everything. Put it in my light socket outside. And let's turn the power back on. Okay, get my tester out, make sure our lines are hot. And it's hot. Yep. So I'll show you guys what we got going on, and that the switch works. So here's the switch, here's the light, and you see we got power. And that's how you hook up a light switch. So that's how you hook up a light switch. Real simple, easy, nothing special about it. Just be careful when you do it. You're messing with electricity. It can hurt you real bad if you're not too sure. So if you have any doubts about hooking it up, call a professional. If you have confidence that you can do it without injuring yourself and you can be safe, by all means, go ahead and install it. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for your support.